put it in.
Well, because like apparently it's very much like a situation of like, okay, like our ship is attacked by space pirates or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna run up to the door, lean around it. I see 6 pirates. Like I'm just gonna declare that there are 6 pirates. I see them. I'm gonna open fire and then roll the dice and see how that turns out.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I do have us audio live right now, just so you're aware.
Yeah.
Now that I got everything set up and going.
Had to quickly mute the echo.
Oh, please tell me there's not an echo.
No, just echo into mine because I had this. I've got the Twitch screen open, so I was hearing that, and then I was hearing the delay as we were speaking.
Yeah, I'm looking at an ad right now on mine.
Yeah. So I was just getting that echo.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Like, why does? I'll have to. I don't think. I know we're trying to monetize because the eventual goal is to have the Disorderly Dice at least be able to pay for our web domain. If nothing else, they know that $20 a year. Or potentially the Zoom because I paid for the entire year. Okay, so let's go turn this onto my headphones. Let's unmute this so that way I don't hear. Make sure there's no echoing like there was on. Oh, what stream was that? Wednesday? Someone else talk, please. Love of sanity.
Hello.
Your voice is so lovely tonight.
Alrighty.
So lovely tonight.
That's a first.
You live with that.
Wow. Tough crowd today. Well,
tough crowd.
Luckily there's no echo, so we're all good.
I tell you.
Wise guys.
I tell you, our GM gets no respect.
No respect. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this video live. Salty is at a family event today, so
okay.
Poor guy. Wish him odds and sanity. Yeah. Who's got a recap of last session?
Did you mute it?
I don't know. It's been 4 weeks.
It has been. That's
yeah.
Well, I said we would have streamed 2 weeks ago, but no, D&D Beyond had to go down.
I'm like, for our last session,
which is funny because like I was muted the whole time, and I was trying to say, but it's working for me.
And see, like on my side, the web portal wasn't working at all. And then I started going on my iPad, and then the iPad crashed. So like I couldn't get to any of the DM tools. And then
let's just say I'm ready for next time.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't feel like printing out the entire book, being that I do own it digitally, but I probably should download it so that way I can get it locally on my iPad. But
yeah.
Okay, so the last session that we played, for a lack of better words, Kevin, not Kelly, is fully aligned. Lashira was able to beat all of the rolls that I had preceded in a very beautiful way. You guys decided to start smashing a totem in honor of Talos, and end up having a fight with some Akens, big ugly bugs. That was, pretty good fight. 5 on 3 with some heavy HP. Got a little bit of some weapons from those, I believe, some poison. You're now at sundown at the camp. Lashira and Kevin are on the roof of the log building, trying to make sure that if you guys need to escape in the middle of the night, you have at least an escape route. The group was trying to decide whether they wanted to build a boat or not. I did put some stipulations in if you guys did want to build a boat in the team chat. As far as like travel plan, the traveling distance, that's from D&D Beyond. The boat timelines to make them for the different types is, I kind of guessed. So sorry if you find a compelling reason to change times to build a boat to shorten or lengthen, well, or I should say to shorten, because the DM is benevolent. Go for it. The river that's on this logging camp does go all the way back to the main ocean. So if you have up, the map of the Sword Coast, the river kind of twists and turns, and you could get back to Neverwinter following it. Neverwinter is also the major city, so if you needed to get goods, you could. So that's the scenery. It's evening time, probably right as the sun's coming down over the horizon, so it's beginning to get pretty dark. And you have a very scared person in the office, like, why, after you guys saved the logging camp for these bugs that kept on attacking. So the floor is yours.
So where is it we exactly need to go to next? I guess that's going to be...
So you guys...
I'm trying to remember.
You did get the letter signed from... Oh, what's his face? Oh, how dare you? From, is it not Toblin? Arthur's Provisions. Let me go here. Orphans. Sword Coast. The rival. You got
the brother of...
Yeah, it's Harbin's. You did get it signed by Harbin's brother. He's the one that's overseeing this. So, in order to get the 100 gold, you'd have to get back to Phandalin. There's two ways to get back. You can either take the road back, which is the same way that you came. It's rather long. Or you could try to navigate through the woods to Phandalin, which is faster. But it's potentially much more perilous. A direct as birds fly to Phandalin, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 45. It's roughly 50 miles versus that 100 because it's straight through the woods.
Right. And we are on the map here. We're at Falcon's Hunting Lodge.
Yep,
right?
you're at Falcon's Hunting Lodge.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I had my looking at the map correctly here.
Yep, because you got to the loggers camp. Harbin's brother helped you get things situated to go to the hunting lodge. So you can either head back to the loggers camp to one, or you can say, you know what, I've already got the state that we've said there's a dragon. It's already signed. You've already delivered the supplies. You're done being mailmen. Because you guys are like FedEx, they always deliver.
I look to the rest of the group. Well, I guess it kind of... The question is, how long do we want to take to travel back? Because by the time we build us a boat to float down the river and get there, we'd already be there by now.
Yeah, I agree. I think that we should take one of the other two routes and not the boat route. I'm in favor of the shorter one. A little more risky, but we get paid sooner.
That is a side benefit.
Are we thinking about those tree ant things, though, too, that attacked us on the way?
Yeah.
I mean, I demolished that sucker, so no fear here.
So, let me...
Yeah, but that was just one of them. I would hate to have to fight with shall we say, a small growth.
Because we have that.
Conversely, if we're not defending a caravan, we can simply attempt to flee them.
True. And we could move quicker because we're not waiting for heavily laden wagons. That is something I hadn't thought of before until now.
Okay.
I'm also
So-
in favor of traveling over land, swimming in armor, like knock on my chainmail. Isn't easy.
Yeah,
So
that
then
could
it's
be a
either
limit.
Okay.
so then it's either the route we came or straight through the forest.
So just so you guys are aware, in your video ninja, you should have the sword coast
Mhm.
up. When you guys saw the treant, you were not quite to where that dragon barrow is.
Mhm.
But you're probably within, say, 3 or 4 miles of that. So it's somewhere in that woods, right behind that
Okay.
dragon barrow. Okay.
So we would have a good. We wouldn't be necessarily going near. Of course, we have no idea if this weird treant behavioral infestation is widespread or just localized there. But I would think it would take probably a good while to spread. We might be able to cut through without running into any of that at all. But then again, there's all the other not so kind and cuddly creatures that we might run into along the way.
Yeah, because
Well,
if
we
we're
can
worried of
touch-
getting lost in the woods, I can have Kevin kind of like up and above the tree line, keeping us going the correct direction at least, not
Yeah.
going in circles.
Mm-hmm.
I would also assume the Shira, being a ranger and a druid, would be able to navigate the woods relatively handily.
Yeah, that's one of my things.
Yeah.
We could perhaps go straight south and take this Tribor trail back to Fandolin.
Yeah, that might be our most advantageous route because we wouldn't
go
be
through the
going
least
through
amount
the
of
thickest
forest.
part of the. Yeah, we wouldn't be going through all of the forest. We'd just be going through a small part. We wouldn't be going the whole diagonal of the long, taking in the long part.
So like a medium route.
Yeah. Kind of turn that into this into a shortcut rather than the main part of the trail.
So I say, oh,
So I'm game if you are.
I'm game.
Set out in the morning then?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we got our supplies and rations and be on our way.
Would they be safe to get to their people without any assistance in the morning?
Which people is that?
Oh, the caravan?
Guarding right now, the loggers.
Yeah, our job was just to get them there. So we don't have to, we have completed our job.
All right, so
I
if you're
don't believe
okay with-
escorting them back was a part of the deal.
No. I didn't mean that. I mean the loggers that are in the cabin right now. They were going to go to the other site where it was safer
Oh, that's
in the
true.
morning. I wasn't sure if it'd be safe for them to go by themselves. We should make sure they get there without dying to those Inco things.
Yeah, that's true. And if they were to get slaughtered along the way, that would take away from possible return trip business that we might be employed for.
If that's the case, perhaps we escort them to the loggers' camp and then we follow the river and simply
Yeah.
make our way back to the high road.
Yeah, I think that would probably be, quote unquote, the right thing to do.
I just feel bad about them being ditched, kind of.
I fully agree.
Yeah.
We did offer to see them through the night. It would be nonsensical to simply abandon them in the morning.
I suppose, if you put it that way, I guess we are kind of obliged. All right, then, let's get these people to the loggers' camp. And let's get back and do the most important thing of this entire journey. Collect our money.
Yes.
I was going to say pay our taxes, I guess, but
All right, so that brings up the question. So right now, it's roughly 8:30 in the evening. So
Yeah.
from Falcon's hunting lodge to the loggers camp is roughly, is that 15 miles? Yeah. So you're talking on foot, roughly 3-hour journey. You've got the caravan with you, you know, the horses. So you're probably talking about an hour and a half or 2 hours. So you guys risking it tonight, or you guys going to take watches and then risk it in the morning?
I was under the impression that we had been fortifying this place for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's easier.
I was just verifying what little sanity I have.
Because they had been having problems with the cult, the Talos cult in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we've been busy helping to refortify this place. I think our best bet is to take watches and spend the night and then head out at daybreak.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna do this. Just roll a collective. Go ahead and roll a collective perception check. So everyone just roll perception. And someone roll for Salty. Let's see here, D&D Beyond. I have no idea what his perception is. Or someone just roll for Salty and add your perception.
I'll go ahead and do another roll right now.
So
I've got mine written down.
Okay, what's yours?
Mine is 17.
Okay.
And his will be 9.
Or Salty. Lashira, what's your perception?
Well, that's what he gets for not being here.
25.
20. Okay.
25.
Okay. Zeph.
16.
Okay, and Dave.
Dave is very oblivious. 7.
Well, the nice thing is adding everything up, the averages come out to be a pass. So like you guys had no issues over the course of the evening. There was a spot where Salty got a little startled. He saw some leaves jostling right at shift change, but you guys found out it's literally just wildlife moving throughout the brush. It gets to about 6 a.m. Everyone's coming up. The sun's beginning to come up through the trees and the leaves. And Tybor comes and he goes, "So, I think I overheard you talking last night about getting us back to the loggers camp. I mean, there's not many of us, but I appreciate it. Maybe I can add a note to Harbin to maybe give an extra 15, 20 gold."
We'll see what happens. Any kind of recommendation like that would obviously be appreciated.
He's like, "Well, if you get us to the loggers camp safely, I will put in a recommendation to have you paid a little bit more for solving a issue that I'm sure my brother didn't realize was here."
And that will be a long rest for us, right?
Yes, yep, that is a long rest for everyone. That's not a problem there. Let's go here. Okay. So with the long rest, as you can tell, it seems like the loggers have already kind of started getting up. They've got the caravan, you know, the couple of carts and the wagons all set up ready to go back. And he goes, "We're ready to leave whenever you are. Is there anything that you guys need, or you just want to hit the ground running?"
Believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think we're all set and ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say I'm ready to go.
So
Yeah, I have nothing.
as you guys travel out, you spend about a little bit less than 2 hours on the carts. You get all the way to the loggers camp. Being that this is a familiar route you just took yesterday, it came exactly what it is expected. I mean, nothing was changed on that path, the logging trail, and you can tell this caravan, even though they don't travel it often, they know it good enough to know where there's potential obstacles, where there's slop in the roads, and they're able to navigate it without any issue. You get to the loggers camp, and Tiber looks at you guys and goes, "Who has that note that my brother gave you guys to have me sign?"
I don't,
Believe
you
that
have
was
that?
me.
Whoever has it.
I have it.
I know I don't.
So Tybor takes the note, and you see him scribbling some shorthand, but he hands it back and goes, "Give this to Harbin. I know he's paying you guys, decently to be mailmen, but from what I overheard last night, you guys are just gonna take the bird's path, the way the crow flies back to Vandalin.
Yep.
But being that you kind of went out of your way, I'm gonna request that he gives you an extra 20 gold. It's not much, but hopefully it can help you guys a little bit."
Much appreciated. Thank you.
He looks at you and he goes, "Well, we're gonna probably pack up tomorrow. We're gonna head back to Neverwinter, but I think we're far enough away from. We haven't had issues with those weird bugs over here, so I think we'll be fine. But thank you,
Okay.
thank you for everything." It's about 9 a.m. for you guys, so you know that if you take the same route back, it's going to take roughly 3 days. But it's a known route. You already cleared it, so you're hoping. So, are you guys still planning on taking that same, heading back to Neverwinter down the high road, kind of that Tribor trail, pretty much mirroring the way back?
Pretty much, I think. Because cutting through the forest now would be we really increase our risk of we'd be going through the widest part of the woods there, unless everyone's feeling adventurous.
Well, I mean, we could go through that river right by the loggers camp, at least out of the woods and then down, but we'd have to pass by Dragon's Burrow.
Yeah.
I say we go shorter, get paid sooner, and risk it all.
I'm in favor of following the river and then cutting across the big open plain towards the high road.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm open to whatever.
Just cut
whichever
up there and just cut the hypotenuse down and then to the high road and then go.
Sounds good.
Yep.
So, being that we got 2.5 days ahead of travel for you, I just rolled an 85, which meant that you're gonna have a nice clear travel the entire time. Is there anything you guys are doing during 3 days of travel, such as trying to pick up other languages? Are you looking for any supplies? Are you looking for things to kill, like wildlife, to give you better than dried up rations?
As we're going, Gray is probably working on his remembering his early trainings, working on his unarmed combat skills, trying to relearn those.
Okay.
Remembering the early training he has had as a monk, and has this yearning to try to go back to that.
Before he went rogue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gray's practicing. I'll offer to be his sparring partner. and mentioned that I had wanted to be a paladin at one time, but I never had the sword hand for it.
Okay. Anything
I'm
that
trying
table's yours, Lashira?
I'm trying to figure out if it's possible to attach those claw things from the ankles onto my whip.
Okay. So you want to add those claws onto your whip, I'm guessing to increase the damage on it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I like where you're going with this.
Like the backseat with the cat of nine tails. How scary.
Yeah.
Nine tails coated in acid.
Seemed like a good
this
idea at the
is
time.
okay.
Oh, it's a great
That's a
idea.
brilliant idea.
I was
I mean, I was debating arrows out of them, but they're a little too big for that. So I figured the whip's the best option.
So we're gonna do this. Being that you got a few days to work on this, I'm gonna have you roll a wisdom check for the first day, and just tell me what you roll.
Shoot, put them on one thing. Where's the straight wisdom? Okay. 16.
Okay. As you're working with your whip, you're able to get a couple of them. How many are you looking at adding? Like, how many did you pull off of it? Do you remember?
So I pulled 12 off. I'm thinking of putting probably 6 of them on there.
Okay. You're able to get 2 of them added on, and you got it tied down in a pretty good way where after you're testing it, they're not coming off the first couple. Go ahead, and as you're working with the second 2, so the first day you spent you're testing, you found the perfect way to keep them on. The second day you're working on adding the second 2 or 3. So go ahead and add another wisdom check.
18 that time.
That first day of practice, you found the perfect like distance to separate them out. You were able to add the 3 more on there, but you could tell that adding that 5th one is going to be very difficult. I'm going to do this because I was not expecting you to do that, but I like where you're going with this. And you said you're adding it onto your whip. So let's go to your inventory. Click on your. I'm gonna edit. Add this. I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm sending you a link actually to a weapon that is quite similar.
Oh, I have plans.
Okay.
Okay. And let's go here. So, Lashira, refresh your attack, and you'll notice a couple of changes on your.
Oh, it says custom now.
Mm-hmm. So with what everything you've been doing on your whip, for those that want to know, I added in a +1 onto the hit, and I also added a +4 to the damage. So her whip does a 1d4 +7, and the reason why I added +4 is with the 5 teeth that she put on I wanted it where on a critical hit could do some pretty decent. Actually, I meant to say +5. So it does 1 point of damage per extra tooth. There will be one stipulation. on a critical fail, one of your teeth breaks, and it will lose one of the bonus plus. Okay.
Good thing I have spares.
And then I'm gonna have you make one more intelligence check. Okay.
Oh, that's not a good one. I got a 5.
You're guessing that you probably shouldn't add any more teeth because it did shorten your whip. So instead of its normal 10 feet reach, you have an 8 foot.
Okay.
And I don't think I can change that on the whip, sadly.
Do I just need to write that down?
Yes, so
Probably.
I'm gonna I'll and I also put it on the customization. So your whip has an 8 foot reach, but it has a +1 to hit because you spent that time learning how to use it better, and it has a +5 on the damage.
Oh, so it's not +7, it's +5?
Or it's +8, excuse me, because it was 1d4 plus your dexterity modifier plus the 1 for each tooth.
Okay.
So figure it reward some creativity. Mr. Dave, anything you're doing on these 3 days journey?
No, Dave's just going to be supervising, making sure we're getting there fast enough. You know, I mean, just the usual Dave stuff, you know.
Usual Dave stuff, so not doing anything with weapons, just trying to look intimidating with his very, very human-like stature.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, really the goal here is about making the money. I mean, so everything else is fine. You just need to supervise.
Okay.
It's about efficiency.
It's about efficiency. Okay. So you get to Phandalin at the end of the 3 days, and you guys are tired. You spent a week on the road. It's going on about 6:30, 7 p.m. The village just feels like a good relief after just a long travel. As you guys come in on that north-hand side, you see the towering tavern with the porter or the town master's that tower right behind it. What are you guys doing first?
I'm gonna go find Harbin.
I think we
Imagine
should
going-
introduce Harbin to the Manticore, because I don't think we have, and now he's a solid part of the team. So having his awareness might be a good idea.
If that's
Maybe then-
the case,
Yeah.
might I suggest we wait to see him in the morning? I'm not sure how the rest of the town is going to react to an evening visit by such a majestic creature.
Yeah. I mean, you guys can go run around town, but I'll just stay out until it's morning time so I can make it not such a scary thing. I don't know if Kevin will be okay in the town, but if they're aware that he's in the area, no one's going to accidentally like shoot at him and then die.
Yes. That would be rather tragic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna go find Harbin, return the job as long as he's available, and then I'd like to look and see what the new jobs are.
Should be.
And then it'll be a pass out. Go to sleep.
I think I will go to the inn, see if I can't acquire some like actual like cooked meals that aren't, dried bread and jerky.
What,
Okay.
you didn't like the squirrel last night?
Did you say you didn't like the squirrel last night? Is that without a paddle reference? Bacon. Squirrel. Squirrel.
I am sure you received no complaints whatsoever, but also it would probably just be a nice reward for everybody to have, a nice cooked meal.
Yeah.
That actually has seasoning.
After all, squirrel for multiple days in a row does get a little uninspired.
Cat that can catch a squirrel. Very original. Okay, let's do Dave first. So you're heading up to Harbin's Quartermaster's Hall.
Money, money, money.
All right. As you walk up to the hall, to his house, the mayor's home, whatever you want to call it. The lanterns are lit. He's got the door shut, and you just hear that worried sound of trying to figure out what to do with the dragon.
What,
Floor is yours.
Harbin is. I'm walking in. Harbin's worried about the dragon.
You can hear him talking to someone about where the dragon's at, the sightings that have been occurring. You hear him arguing about his hopefully seeing his brother safe. And you're still outside the door, but that's what you kind of
Got it. Okay. Yeah, so I knock on the door.
Who goes there at this hour of the day? Why you?
Hi. Hey, Albert, it's Dave. Got back from getting from our travels.
You were that group that headed up to the loggers, right?
Yep. They all made it safe and sound.
As he says that, as you say that, the door opens up and he goes, "What do you want? Can I wait till morning?"
Well, I was just really excited to come and let you know that we finished the job and look for the next job.
Well, okay. Let's go. You have proof that you spoke to Tybor?
Yeah, here's the job, and he did put a little extra note on there. We did help them out a little extra, so you'll see that he wrote something on there too.
He takes and he's looking over and he's reviewing the signature and he goes, "Yeah, that's Tybor's signature." And he starts reading the note and he goes, "Of course my brother would do that." Well, why not? Sure. I'll deal with him later, but he requested it, so I'll just take it out of his account.
And that's what I do. That's smart.
Okay, so he quickly goes in and he goes, let me go get the money. Give me 4 minutes. Let's see, do I have disorder the dice? I need to go to job board and let's go ahead and pull this up. And let's see if I can find the there's still 2 jobs on the job board. Just because the time of date. Let's pull. I gotta find the image and I'll just repaste it into chat for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can read that.
Copy image and paste image. Okay. So in the Discord, if you ignore the loggers camp, just because I didn't edit it out, the other 2 jobs are still there.
All right, you guys, I'll read. I'm gonna read them aloud, and we'll go from there.
Utterly, absolutely, you can. And remember, the rest of the group isn't with you. You can choose which one, and they have really no say.
I've got the power here. Is that what you're saying?
They chose not to come with you, and you're the one that chose the job that they currently came back from because you thought it was gonna be fast.
All right, so our options are Butterskull Ranch. Orcs have attacked Butterskull Ranch 5 miles east of Connieberry along the Tribor Trail. Travel there with haste, assess the damage, and help any way you can. Ranch owner Alphonse Big Al Calazorn is a retired sheriff who can reward you for your efforts. If he's dead, return to Townmaster Harbin with proof of Calzorn's demise to get your reward of 100 gold pieces. Otherwise, there's Mountain's Toe. The Mountain's Toe gold mine lies 15 miles northeast of Phandalin. The new overseer, Don John Raskin, just made the trip from Neverwinter to Phandalin and needs to be escorted to the mine. There's no telling what dangers lie between here and there. Once you deliver Raskin safe and sound, return to Townmaster Harbin to collect your reward of 100 GP. I say we do Mountain's Toe. We can go 15 miles pretty quickly, so that's like a day trip, ain't it?
Nope. Did anyone else come with Dave, or is Dave at Harbin by himself?
Hang on, let me check something here real quick. What would Gray have done?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Gray went to make sure that Gray gets Gray's money.
Yeah, Gray went along.
Cool. Yeah,
right.
so great. Yeah. When do you think Mountain's Toe? I mean, we'll make it there and we could do that in a day trip.
How far away is, knowing the map and all that, how far away is this 5 miles east of Connieberry?
Yeah, it says 15 miles northeast of Phandalin.
So the Gold Miner's Toe is 15 miles.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at the ranch.
That's at the far edge of the map.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was in Phandalin. Maybe I misunderstood that then.
So you got Butterskull Ranch and you have the Gold Miner's Toe. Those are the 2 jobs that you have.
Yeah. Got it. No problem. Sorry.
So taking the trail 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25, 50, 55, 60 miles roughly to Butterskull Ranch.
Okay.
If you're taking the pre-made trails, if you're not, and you're kind of going around the mountains, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50, 50. Yeah, it's about 57 miles. So it's not
much shorter.
Not much shorter.
Well, we have just been on rather a long journey. It might be nice to do the equivalent of what do they call it? A milk run.
I like that. Let's go with Mountain's Toe.
So what we lean towards that one first, and then we can do the bigger one later. We've just had one big journey. I'm not sure how the rest of the party is going to want to go on another big long one. I know Zephyr's kind of looking forward to relaxing a little bit, so he might not want to go on another big journey again.
Oh, he's been enjoying the long journeys. He's seeing the world.
Yeah.
He's just also aware that people enjoy creature comforts from time to time, so he figured he'd be nice and buy dinner for everybody.
Well, he totally misinterpreted what you were doing earlier, so we'll just roll with that.
Yeah, yes, I can see why Zeph needs a break for sure.
Yeah. So.
I don't know why, but
as you two are
So I would
discussing,
lean towards taking that one.
as you
Alright,
say that, Harbinger comes back up, or West, and he goes, "Here's your 120 gold. I'm definitely taking out that extra 20 from my brother's pot. Don't tell him, but
okay.
he's the one that offered, not me."
How generous of you.
So generous. Lashir, can you add that to the group? I know you're not standing here, but I'm not sure how to do that.
Yeah, I'll put it
So-
in the
120
group.
gold for being paid.
Yeah, I'll get it on there.
Thank you.
Oh, you're not splitting it up. You're just putting it right to the kitty. Okay.
Right?
Well,
I'm
probably
pretty sure
better
no.
put it there. Probably best to put it there first, then we can divide it out once we're all together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unless you trust Gray to carry it for you all.
No, I know you're sketchy. I'm gonna tell that.
I know you're sketchy. Just call him right out.
He acts innocent,
almost-
but there's like a sketch about him. I don't know what it is yet, but
I'm almost offended by that. Almost, that is.
almost offended.
Yeah, there's a sketchiness about him. It doesn't have to do with the executing unarmed people and fleeing people and
Yeah, no, nothing like that.
Nothing like that. Okay, so I need to take that off the job board. I need to take that off Loggers Camp off the job board.
Oh,
And
we only have 2 jobs left, you guys. What are we gonna do when we're all done?
There's a couple more that I just haven't put on yet.
Oh, okay.
So, but I'm gonna do this. Let's go here, and what? Let's go see. Straight. Okay. That doesn't affect you guys today. It may affect you tomorrow. Okay. So you've got the job. There's the one left on the job board. Harbinger goes, "You need anything else tonight, or can I go back to my evening?"
I think we're done for now. Thank you. Where do we meet up with this person so we can escort them first thing in the morning?
I probably should have checked that before I changed pages, huh?
And I also just have a question. I don't mean to eavesdrop, but before we came in, I kind of overheard you talking about the dragon. Is there an update on that? On the dragon status?
You see him just. He lets out a sign and goes, "Yeah. The day after you left, the dragon was flying over the village. A couple of local farmers that are decent with bows were able to deter it for a little bit, but she, whatever it is beginning to be a little more aggressive. I don't know how much time we have left to warn the surrounding areas, but it seems like it's covering more and more region daily."
Is there any ideas on like where its whereabouts are? Or if it has like a main den or anything?
Well, based on where it's circling and in the direction it's going, we're thinking about 15 miles east of the gold mine. So I'm actually kind of glad that that's where we're headed next. because it appears that that's the area that's in the most danger.
All right, I'll have to let everybody know. I wonder if there's something we can do maybe after Mountain's Toe when we go find our dragony friend. Maybe one of our group members, Lashira, she has found her way to taming a manticore, so maybe she could tame a dragon.
In response to you, my taller friend, or acquaintance, excuse me, Don John, I'll have him meet you at the tavern in the morning about an hour after sunrise.
That should work. We'll be ready for it.
Sounds good.
And as he says that, he goes, I'm going back to enjoy what I have left of my evening. He shuts the door.
Thanks, Herbert.
You just hear behind the door, yeah, whatever.
Not the most enthusiastic response we've ever had from someone.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Well, I suppose we need to report to the others and let them know what
Yeah,
we'll
that
be
was a lot of
doing
good
next.
information.
I'm gonna let you guys just take and run with it. I'm not gonna step in unless you guys ask a question directly to the DM.
So,
Okay, yeah, so they were all at the tavern, right? Should we head back?
Lashira is staying outside of town, right?
Oh,
With
right.
the Manicore? With Kevin?
Yeah, we're just I made a little camp just that we can that me and Manticore can hang out if you guys wanted to stay in the town at the tavern.
So, why don't we do this?
How much is dinner costing for everybody?
Why don't you go join Zephyrin at the inn? I'll run out to Lashira real quick to let her know what's going on, and then I'll rejoin you there.
Sure that there's a camp right about here, probably about 200 yards away from that little field. Is that where you guys were thinking? Kind of in the trees?
Yeah. Something, Tom, you still have the jobs up on Twitch.
Oh, thank you. There.
Yeah, and Video Ninja's blank for me.
I mean,
there we go.
Let me... Oh.
There we go.
No,
I never replaced the thing. Slap me on the wrist and take away my birthday. There you go.
Which is in 2 days, by the way.
It is well, Frank, would he be able to stay by himself in the woods just for a while, and I'm just in town when we do like a group discussion?
Go ahead and roll an animal handling check and role play out what you're telling Kevin.
Okay. I want you to just stay here for a little bit while I run into town and see how everyone's doing. And I just got a D20.
Like a nat 20 on it?
Yeah, nat 20.
Okay.
So I want you to stay here at the camp. I'm coming back after a little bit, but you can stay close by and hunt some of the normal animals, not near the town.
Kevin looks at you, and I rolled a 3 on just as opposition to you, so I rolled super low. Kevin looks at you and goes, "Here, hunt." Yes.
Awesomeness. I will be back in a little bit.
As you head away, you hear Kevin just like swoop in and snag a deer. And just bring it back to like the little tents. And just
Perfect.
Okay.
So heading into the inn now. I don't know if I'll be getting before Gray leaves the town. or maybe right as he's starting to leave town.
Let's see. Okay, so Gray, which way are you?
I-
Before Lashira, which way are you coming back into town? And Gray, which way are you leaving town to meet up with them?
Well, I'm sure she would have told us where she was going to be camping out, so I would be probably just walking most direct route to where she and Kevin were going to be bivouacking at.
Okay. So north is this way's north right here. So he's almost like almost a east northeast of that of the tavern. So pretty much you could follow this path up to that old shrine, or whatever route that you wanted to take.
Yeah, I'd probably follow that main drag and then hang a left at the appropriate point to head towards where they would be.
Yep. Lashira, which way would you have gone in? Obviously you know which way he's going out, but if you had not known that, which way would you have gone?
I probably would go like kitty corner straight through the trees, because I'm totally gonna just jump their stupid fence thing, their wall.
Okay, so about the same way. Okay, so you guys would have run into each other. I should start doing what Rory does on some streams. Just take your headphones off. Okay. Floor's back to yours. I'm role play out the evening, how that looks.
There you are, Lashira. But it didn't take too long to find you. We've made the collection. Dave has the money bag that was received. We'll get everything split up here in a little bit. We've already taken on our new assignment.
Oh, nice. Kevin's just gonna hang out at the camp for a little bit. I figured I'd go into the inn and have us all just kind of hang out, have a nice sit-down dinner, and see what we're doing.
Sure, sounds good. I'll give you all the details while we're all together rather than having to explain it multiple times.
Sounds good.
How much am I paying for dinner, Tom?
You're muted.
No, I'm talking to myself, literally.
Oh, okay.
I gotta go back to Phandalin, and I want to go to this. Exploring, you're at Stonehill Inn. So a meal is 1 silver per, and then any adult beverages is another silver. So you're talking for all 5 of you, at most probably a gold.
So you guys, have they made it back to the tavern now?
Yeah, so
it probably wouldn't take us
5-6
too long
minutes. Yeah, it's
so.
literally right around the corner. It's a minute walk. The only
So
one that
you
would
guys walk in, I'm like, hey guys, over here.
We got our own little table. How quaint! And I'll start heading over there along with Lashira.
We got a new job. And then I think after Lashira, you're going to be taming the dragons. So it's going to be really awesome.
Great.
Yes.
Everybody's just silent. Have I just shook you with taming the dragon?
No, I can't wait. I was hitting on off the microphone because I clicked too fast.
So we got a new job. We're going to be going and helping a miner get back to his mine.
We're going to be escorting the new chief of the mine over there. He just arrived here from the big city. That needs an escort. It's only a short. It'll be basically a day trip for us.
Yeah.
Not as long as the previous trip.
Mm-hmm. But while we were talking with Harbin, he was explaining that the dragon flew over Phandalin and is nearby. It sounds like it's about 15 miles east of the mine that we're going to be going to. So not sure if we're gonna end up running into the dragon.
As you say that, Toblin, you just hear a hush go over the tavern, and Toblin goes, "Dragon? You mean the dragon? I've heard that orcs have chased it out, and they're the reason why it's circling. But I've also heard that maybe it was magic. Are you really gonna go after the dragon?"
That's not exactly in our plan, shall we say. At least not as far as I'm familiar.
Yeah, well, what Gray said, not exactly the plan. We just know we're going on a quest near where the dragon might be. Was being a little jokey about Lashira taming the dragon.
He gets all show and he goes, some folks have claimed to see that dragon flying high through the clouds. In fact, it's even said at a distance it's hard to gauge its true size. I've heard that it's as big as an elephant. Some have even said it's got gleaming white scales. Maybe it's bigger. But that's just what I've heard.
Well, there's all sorts of possibilities until I actually sight it. I have no idea its width or breadth. And to be totally honest, I'm not exactly in a hurry to find out.
I'll have spent a gold on dinner and drinks for the table, and a silver on a uncooked meat treat for Kevin.
Okay.
Thank you, Zeph.
And then, yeah, at the talk of the dragon is like, I'll set everything down that I'm carrying, probably like armfuls of like whatever stew or whatever, and sit down. As I do not particularly relish the idea of attempting to face down a dragon with just the 5 of us.
Yeah, that would be a rather sizable project. A little bit out of our. But we don't want our reach to try to exceed our grasp.
Do you think it'll pay well, though?
Oh, I'm quite certain it will pay immensely, either in coin or life, one or the other. It all depends on what the final result ends up being. And to be totally honest, I'm not in a hurry to find out either.
That is the thing. One has to survive the encounter to get paid for it.
Yeah, there is a slight stipulation there. It's a little bit of a blockade to slow people down.
But if there is less of us, we make more money.
And
That
if
is
there's
not
less
a good
of
way
us,
looking at things.
and if there's less of us, there's less of a chance of trying to conquest such a enormous beast.
You're absolutely right.
After 5 or 10 minutes, Toblin comes back. He brings, you've got a nice plate of, it looks to be some pretty nice boar steak, like nice hot, it's steaming, it's very fragrant. And he's like, you know what I've heard about dragons? The amount of gold that they hoard is phenomenal. I hear if it's shiny, they hoard it.
Are they
So
like giant crows?
I know they're intelligent beings. Some of them are ruthless, but I'm sure whoever defeats that thing is going to get very rich with a lot of interesting weapons or artifacts.
Yes, I'm certain they probably will, but quite the task nonetheless. It's not exactly like going out to hunt a deer on a nice cool fall day. It's a little bit more involved and a little bit and much more dangerous.
Hoarding certainly explains a friend of mine.
Well, if you need anything else, let me know. But I'm interested in getting the other table's food prepared. Maybe I can share some interesting tales at some point if you ever would want to hear the rumors, or maybe just the flair that people have said about it.
We shall see. And Gray starts to dig into his meal.
Okay.
Is the tavern fuller than normal?
With this being, it's a small town anyway, so there's probably about 50% full.
Gray's gonna, as he eats, he's gonna look around inside the tavern. He's curious with the way this gentleman's been talking to us about the dragons. He wants to see, are people just carrying on and enjoying their meal and drink, or are they staring at us, looking at us as like we're supposed to be that we're suddenly the Argonauts coming in to go take the gold fleece from somewhere?
Well, it's not hard to perceive with what Harbin had mentioned about the dragon coming overhead a couple days ago, and a couple of people are at least able to deter it. You're venturing to guess that if it was out hunting, it wanted an easier prey, and the village made themselves not so easy.
Mm-hmm.
But you do hear like a whispers and a hush from a table not one or two tables over saying, not made to protect ourselves like this. Whoever, someone can save us, I will definitely be indebted to them. Another old farmer's like, started seeing sheep going missing at night. Won't be able to make a living if this keeps on happening. And it's just, compared to a week ago when you had first arrived into town, there's a lot more chatter of people noticing livestock going missing. But you're not hearing anyone like negatively talking about, like, oh, they're gonna just come in and get my gold and they're gonna take over the town. It's a lot of worry from the farmers saying, just how am I gonna recoup? That makes sense. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, they're not looking at us as being some superhero troop. We're just other people here in the tavern. Okay.
Yep. Look, there's actually put into the basement instead of the main floor. So you guys are, wherever you guys are sitting, like a table or two away is kind of what you're overhearing. It's not, it's not hard, but you can see the looks on people's faces. So the floor is yours.
Well, from the looks, the panic hasn't totally sunk in yet, but given another week or two, and these people are going to start grasping for straws like nobody's business.
Couldn't they send to Neverwinter for some sort of army? That is the biggest city here, isn't it?
I would presume that's the largest place with any kind of garrison. I had not heard if they'd done anything of such nature. If they did, that would be a smart thing to do, but I don't know if they have yet or not. You would be a better judge than I.
I am from further south than here. I am from Leylon.
So Leylon for you, Zeph, is roughly, as the bird flies, it's only about 25 miles. You would have heard of Neverwinter because it is a major city versus your small town.
Oh yeah, it's the biggest hub in the area.
Neverwinter from Phandalin is about 80 miles. 80, 85, somewhere in there if I'm counting hex right. but having a military response takes more than just a day to plan. I know when I was getting ready to deploy to Iraq, there was a long planning session even to get a base to go. So you're venturing to guess that there probably is someone planning, but it could still be another 3-4 weeks out just to get all the people talking and bringing all the troops in and giving out all the logistics. Because military bureaucracy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you pronounce that word, right? Yeah, close enough. Everyone knows what I meant.
I mean, kid raised in a temple, Zephyrin has no idea how long that takes. He'd have figured, the standing army, somebody would have run in and been like, there's a dragon in the south, we need to deal with it. And they do something.
Yeah, knowing how municipal politics go, they're either still mulling over whether to respond, let alone how they choose to respond. But even then, the response is going to be delayed. I'm not sure how long this town would be able to suffer such a delay. I mean, they're already, I'm overhearing things about livestock disappearing now. Now, whether that's due to the dragon or whether that's due to other rustlers and poachers or things of that nature, hard to say, but that's all it takes. All it takes is just a little bit of a spark to get the wildfire of panic to spread. However, I don't think by any stretch of the imagination, I know I'm not gearing for taking on a dragon of any sort. I doubt if I can even handle a pseudo dragon, to be quite honest with you. But that creature, for lack of a better way of saying, it's going to raise its ugly head sooner or later. All we can hope for is the later, but I'm afraid it may be the former.
If it arrives sooner, Lashira can just tame it sooner.
Somehow,
you can try.
I have been, shall we say, skeptical of Lashira, no offense, Lashira, of your animal husbandry skills in the past, but there is a difference between Kevin and, shall we say, what appears to be at least more than just an immature dragon.
We'll just go for a ride. We'll see where it happens.
Trust me, I do wish you well in such an endeavor. But wishing you well does not exactly exude confidence. I'm not trying to be cruel or sarcastic. I'm trying to be realistic for once.
Well, I'm not here to hunt a dragon. I'm here to hunt those people. So dying to a dragon won't help the village at all.
Exactly. If we were to go out storming there right now anyway, all we would end up being is, for lack of a better way of saying it, a nice roasted snack.
It is if this is one that breathes fire and not something else.
Yes. I'm just going off of the standard folklore. If this is a white dragon, it's probably going to be something else just as bad a fire, if not worse. I'm not up on my draconic lore as maybe some others, but just the fact that it's a dragon is enough to put more than just a little bit of fear down my spine.
Yeah, Zephyr's gonna glance over at his shield and is like, I do not see this holding up against that.
Precisely. But the least we can do is get things ready, so if it does, obviously, since we're here, we're going to have to defend ourselves, if nothing else, and if we're defending the town in the process, so be it. But I want to make sure that we're fully prepared for what might happen.
I firmly believe in helping wherever I can.
However, this job we're about to take may trigger things a little bit sooner, depending on how close it actually is located to where this mine is.
Well, if we're lucky, a small group of people in a single manticore won't draw its attention as something worth eating.
Yeah, hopefully we can avoid that, but perhaps, and this is a huge perhaps, it might not be a bad opportunity, if anything. If it is hanging around that general area, maybe a little recognizance wouldn't be a bad idea. Better to be destroyed by a foe you know, so you at least have a chance to defend yourself, as opposed to when you have no idea what you're doing.
Well, if we learn something, we can always pass it along. I did tell the road guard about the dragon in the area, and he seemed to not know about it, but he said he would inform Neverwinter.
Good. The more that know, the better. Who knows who we may end up having on our side when push comes to shove, and I hope to be able to do more pushing than shoving, shall we say. But that is for another day. I have a meal before me to enjoy, and he digs back into eating.
As you guys have about 2 hours left of daylight, is there anything else that you guys are doing today?
After dinner, Zephyrin will probably just kind of go out and wander Phandalin, as he didn't really get time to visit the town when he first showed up, as he just kind of inserted himself into this adventuring party.
Fair enough. I don't
Like,
blame you.
You know, if he spots anybody who needs any help, however basic, he'll offer it. Like if there's somebody closing down their shop stall, or bringing in firewood for the night or what have you, he'll offer to help them.
Okay. Let's go this route. Let's go. As you're walking about, you do notice Lion Shield's Coster, and the building has got its name aptly so, is outside the main door, a couple of like lion statues. You see her kind of closing up shop, and she looks at you and she goes, "Aren't you with that party that's kind of just been going out and warning the different areas about that dragon? I don't think I've seen you with them." And the person talking to you, she's a human woman, about 35 to 40 years old. She's just kind of looking at you, just like, "Think I've seen you around? Not sure."
I mean, I can't be easily mistaken for too many other people.
Yeah. And as say with that, the obviously with the race that you are, she's just like not sure what to think, just because with being Air Ganassi, kind of weird to see in this area, especially when there's a ton of humans around and dwarfs and maybe some half elves.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I joined them recently.
She looks over, and out of curiosity, the shield that you have, how long have you had that shield? Has it been one of those where you just kind of picked it up at, before you joined the party? In
It's probably what I've had through my training, so I've probably had it for several years. It's definitely a beaten, well used shield. Like it's cared for, but well used. Like probably had to replace the straps on it a few times and re-lacquer over the wood parts of it.
one of those where it's holding, but not really.
It's doing the job. It's not one that any like soldier worth his salt would actually take into a war zone.
Okay, that's kind of what I figured.
But most of them can actually afford to buy decent gear.
She looks over the armor that you're wearing and the shield, and she can definitely tell. Yep, that thing's taking a beating. I'll be right back. She walks back in to the line shield coster, and a minute or two passes, and she comes out and she goes, Normally I don't do this, but she was that party seems to be. They seem to want to help, and I've kind of been watching you guys go in and out. It seems to be a party after just trying to have some. Straight to business. Does that make sense? She says a little bit snarky, but enough we're not totally being rude about it.
I would say that describes some of them. They are very much wanting to get their work and get it done.
It's like, okay, because you're the only person that seems like you've gone around trying to help people. You've got that weird kobold thing with the crazy long trench coat that just wants to get paid. You came into town. The first thing you offered was to help people. Don't know about the other two, or at least I haven't talked to the rest of the group. You wanted to help people right out the gate, so here, take this, but I want your shield because you deserve better than that.
What is she handing me?
Refresh your character sheet. Look at your inventory. Tell me if you notice anything different.
Ah, I see.
Yes. She goes, the current shield's been well used. As someone that's wanted to actually genuinely help people, and I've seen it a few times you've been in town, we're not a lot of fighters here, so this I figure could help you.
Thank you, but I cannot simply just accept this.
She looks, and her face kind of looks, and she goes, "Listen here, young man. Listen here.
Now you've done it.
I've had a lot of family in the military. I've seen people that want to help and never accepted help in return. And I've seen people that never want to help and take from everyone. Are you going to let me help you and be gracious about it, or are you going to use that old shield? I don't want you. You've been helping others and given freely. If you try paying me one more time, I'm going to take it back. And you can use your old busted shield.
Like, very taken aback by this. Like, he's a cleric. Nobody foists charity upon him. He does that to other people. But yeah, he'll hand her his shield with a bow of apology and the Triad's blessings be upon you.
Now that's a good young man. I just ask that you continue helping others, and hopefully the shield protects you a little bit better. I've never been much of a fighter, but I've seen someone that has a good heart. Now have a good evening. Don't tell anyone I gave this to you. And with that, let's take a 5-minute break.
Don't tell anyone I gave it to you.
She's gonna take her shoe off and throw it at you.
Yeah.
So the
You
others.
will take it and you will like it.
That's my grandma. Like, we go out to dinner. Like grandma and I would go out to dinner, and we get to the end of the meal, and like I get up and I put my money on the counter. She goes,
yeah.
You put that back in your pocket.
Oh, my grandparents did
You
the
pay
same
all the
thing.
time. Let me do this one time. And I'd argue with her, and she'd let me pay. And then we'd walk outside, and she would stuff a $20 bill in my hand. What's this for? For helping me today, for driving me out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandparents did the same thing. they because they wanted to bless others.
Because I was totally willing to get her some money for that. I'd have to go probably ask somebody for it if she was charging me anything more than like 3 gold, because I am poor.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
I mean, I spent most of my starting money in the very first session, in my first interaction, buying all the food from you guys. So you stop arguing with the butcher over it.
I know. The last shield that I bought when I was playing Vantalord and Fall of Red Dawn, it was a +1 shield, and let's see, which town was that in? Was it Everwood? I think I spent like 40 gold on it. But
oh, jeez.
Yeah, a standard shield is 10. But Lionel, the owner of Lion Shield Coster you just had the interaction with, is known to be a sharp-tongued woman that watches people more than people watch her, and because of that, takes note of people that are odd.
Should I remove my normal shield from my inventory since I gave it to her?
Refresh your page. I already did it.
Oh, okay.
The joys of being the DM. I can edit all of your pages. Oh man, I wish Salty was here. I really hope. It would have been hilarious for him to start trying to figuring out that ring.
Oh yeah, I'm super curious to see where that goes, because like cursed items are in various ways very fun, especially if you give them to the right player.
I think I gave it to the right player. I really hope I did.
Because like we have had an experience with our party where like we gave a cursed item to the wrong player, and they didn't really want to engage with it.
Yeah.
And not even in like, oh, my character hates that they have this cursed thing they can't get rid of. No, they just like
Never
didn't want.
Oh, this is one of those cursed items. He has no choice.
Right, and neither did this guy. But at the same time, like he did everything he could to avoid it.
It's gonna be fun when he figures it out. It's one of those homebrew items that I saw on TikTok that I had to do my own twist on.
Mm.
So yeah, may the odds ever be in you guys' favor. Because what's fun about with Dragon of Icespire Peak, there is a follow-up book where after you guys finish this campaign, you can choose to just go out and become, do other jobs that are similar. It's one of those few where there's multiple. I think there's like 2 follow-up full campaigns. I can't remember. I know for a fact there's 1. But Dragon of Icespire Peak is written for players like level 1 through 6. So once you start getting to that 6-ish range, really no like leveling up.
Pardon?
Alrighty.
Oops, if I go back into there it goes.
Where we find it to Boxy related to where we're at, like, because I don't know where my person would actually be from technically. I just know I'm from the forest.
All right.
I know nothing beyond. I'm a cat from a forest.
There you are.
I mean, that's kind of the fun thing in Faerun is that like, to a certain extent, you can find everybody everywhere. It's just how common or rare are you where you are?
Well, I'm from a group of only cats. Like we might get a merchant every now and then, but my clan is from a forest area.
Yep.
And that's all like kind of birds. I don't know where I'd be at in relation to where Phandalin is.
So you came out of an ancient jungle, according to your backstory. Among hunters and beasts, tamers. So, if I were to say anything, based on where you came out of, it would have probably been in that forest northeast of Neverwinter. So, not the Neverwinter Woods, but you've got the Craig Mountains. So, if you look at the course of the Sword Mountains, there's another like a forest area, like almost directly north of Neverwinter, probably in that region. Wow, holy camera. Come on, refocus.
Like refocus. North of Mount Hope now?
Yes. So that's where I would have said is in that forest region.
You are far from home.
Yeah.
I'm chasing people. I will go as far as I have to.
Almost probably as far away as farther from home than my character is.
So your character has lost track of them about where that Mount Hotanau is. So that's about in that region where you think that you lost track and even searching. And obviously this is a big area to keep track of.
Yeah.
So I do see though your hooks of roleplay, small tokens from animals and climbing places. So one thing is with backstories is sometimes you don't always get to pull into the full backstory. Like with Bantalord, my last long-term character, my 3-year character, is by the end of it, my entire thing was I was trying to live up to my lineage. So like my father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather were all paladins, with my father being a guard to the Dwarven King, like a personal bodyguard, like handpicked. by the end of it, I had a cursed ring that I was able to pull the curse off of, and I was trying to teach people about balance. Where yes, you can have your family lineage to be proud of, but at the end of the campaign is like there has to be a balance between good and evil. There has to be a balance between being part of a noble family lineage, but also building your own name. So that backstory kind of came into a change where it drove who I was, but I didn't always get to go back to reason why. It's like as you're trying to chase people, you may say, you know what? At this point, there's a greater thing that I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was just trying to figure out where in the map I'd be in relation to like the Fandle and stuff, because I don't really know.
I would venture to guess, if you're looking at the map that I said of the Sword Coast, where that sea is in coast, you're probably just like in that group of just north of that. So that's where I would venture to guess.
So far away.
Where is Gray from, since you mentioned it, Kai?
Waterdeep.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and I believe Waterdeep is from the south, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So now we've had a little bit of fun talking backstories and how things can sometimes go together. Let's get back into gameplay. The rest of the evening goes about. Are you guys still talking about plans for the evening, or are you guys planning on just turning in, picking up the next morning? Or is there anything else that you want to do this evening now that Zeph's been scolded by the owner of Lion Shield, Coster, and been told, don't tell anyone. I gave this to you. I don't care, make up some lie of how you got it.
Clearly, I was blessed with it.
The blessings from the gods. See, Gray probably is going to, after he finishes and all that, he'll probably head towards wherever the encampment is that we're going to be at.
I mean, you can stay in town. I'm just going to stay outside with Kevin till morning. It's up to you. If you want to save money.
Yeah, he's going to save the money for now.
Oh, you don't want to spend the 5 silver per night for a room? Have a nice comfy bed?
No, not right now. He'll head out to the camp and probably spend some time doing some shadow boxing, for lack of a better way of saying it, just doing some exercises that he learned when he was younger, dealing with hand-to-hand stuff, and then probably spend the night. Probably didn't learn anything, but he's going to try to review everything he knows about dragons.
Okay.
I'm going to kill the tavern guy. Not like metaphorically.
Yeah, he's going to avoid the guy at the tavern for now because he's more interested in reality than rumor.
Yeah.
He'll save rumor to his advantage later, but right now he's kind of knowing how close we're going to be getting this thing. He's going to be a little bit more serious about it.
Funny thing is, I probably know more about dragon cults than I do about dragons themselves.
Yeah.
Just looking at my skills and knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Right, being that you're looking at trying to remember some of the things that you would have learned about dragons, roll a history check.
Sure. That will be a 12.
The things that are coming to mind right off the bat is the white dragons, which are everything that you've been hearing about it for surrounding Phandalin, are the smallest and weakest of the dragons, and they are typically driven by hunger and greed. But of all the dragons, they are going to be the smallest of them, and probably the most easy to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do I recall what kind of breath weapon they have?
You do. With their primary breath weapon is ice based.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sure. What did you say you were doing this evening?
I
Besides playing
wanted
some
to
Dungeons and
go.
Dragons.
Oh yeah, I wanted to go talk to the tavern master, the innkeeper.
Okay, Toblin.
Yeah, Toblin, and ask if he's seen any like strangers or suspicious people around lately. Just kind of seeing, because he'd know if they're not a normal townsfolk.
Okay. So, AK, you want me to think on the fly of things for your backstory? Okay.
Well, not just, I mean, if there's weird people coming in, it could be also, curses, But yeah, just saying if there's any strange people in town, if maybe I'm on the right track or if I'm just going to focus on the team, just kind of off chance.
Okay. Let's go back to. Oh. On Tom. There it is. As you're approaching Toblin, he looks at you and goes, "So you want to hear some more of the rumors I've heard about the White Dragon, or what's going on?"
I'm more curious if you've seen any different people around when you're not used to seeing in the area.
Besides you guys, I mean, Phandalin gets traveling merchants all the, I don't know, once every 2 months. We get the random patrols from Neverwinter. But what do you mean by different or strange? You talking suspicious? You talking
Yeah, if you see anyone
orcs?
suspicious or parent, like someone who just doesn't seem like they fit with what should be in this area.
Well, to start, your group is a little weird, but I think the town's kind of accepted you.
I'd hope so.
It's about time someone actually starts doing some of those jobs that Harbin puts out. I mean, the guy's a little cuckoo, but I don't blame him. He's trying to keep a town safe with a white dragon going around.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that would.
If there's anyone worrying you in this area besides us.
Sits and thinks for a minute, and let's see here. What have I seen the last so? Out of curiosity, Shira, how long do you think you've been traveling looking for 2-3 months?
Well, if I got lost in the woods at all, I don't know, because that's a really long way to go. I'm betting it'd be close to like 5 to 6 months that I've been gone just because I had to catch their trail and then try to chase it.
Okay, that's about what I figured. Let's see here. About let's go. Let's roll a D4. The number of weeks. I don't know. About 4 weeks ago, I saw a group of people come through, kind of bragging about killing some weird, I don't know, like cat people, lion people, people with fur. I don't know. Didn't quite get where they're coming from. They paid really good. They ate everything in sight. Stayed around for, let's see here, about 2 days, and then heard that they were heading south. Didn't catch where they were going, but had some interesting furs with them. Never seen that type before. Wanted way too much. Even the Lionel over the Lion Shield didn't want to buy them because of how much they wanted to charge.
That's interesting. I thank you very much for your information on that. I'm definitely going to remember that.
But like I said, that was already about 4 weeks ago. They could be, 100 miles away for all I know. Hundreds of miles at this point, depending on how often they stopped and how often they wanted to hunt. But yeah, they were. I don't know why they were bragging about hunting these weird animal people. Lack of better words. They catch. Hi. He looks and goes, I don't know if it was tabaxi or if it was lizard folk or shapeshifters. They were just bragging about it. I'm like, I almost wanted to kick them out of my building, but they were tipping 100%. What's a man supposed to do?
Yeah. I mean, I totally get where that's at. I just kind of like seeing where people are going in that sense. But yeah, thanks a lot. I'm glad I'm following the right direction at least.
Not much I helped you, but
I'm gonna give him a gold coin just because this is very important to me. And then I'm gonna head out to Kevin. Like, much appreciated.
See him take that gold coin, flip it up and down a couple times. He drops it on the floor just like I did. He goes, "Oh, wasn't expecting that." Luckily for me, that was only a quarter, but
Yeah, right?
now I can't make a phone call.
All right.
Gray's like, that's terrible.
Yeah, because I can remember when it was just a dime.
I'm gonna head back out to Kevin and just kind of chill with him and kind of, I don't know, be bored and shoot arrows at a tree nearby.
Just remember, one of the components for the send message is 2 copper coins. Because the penny for your thoughts.
That's the text. It's not send message.
Oh, yeah. Either way, it's still funny. Right, so we know what Gray's doing. We know what Lashir's doing. Salty, he's being salty. He's working on his sea shanties. You kind of just hear him humming, over and over again, trying to think of lyrics. Dave, what are you doing this evening, if anything?
I'm just gonna be, I'll go and make sure I'm all packed up for the day trip tomorrow, so it's not gonna really be a lot. And then honestly, just getting a really good night of sleep. Got to supervise extra hard tomorrow, so I'm just gonna make sure I got my supervisor rest.
Oh.
Okay. Dave's just packing.
The tree type odd.
Okay. And last but definitely not least, Zeph, what are you doing this evening?
I'll probably eventually return. Just new shield strapped to the back, and because I will spend the night at the camp because I like sleeping out in the under the stars. I like the open air.
Like the so let's just do this. Just make life simple. Well, 17. So that's nice thing is throughout the evening, you guys are close out of town. Whatever shift route that you take, it's a nice crisp evening. It's almost like that breath of fresh air. Like don't really have to worry about anything. You get up, do your watch, make sure Kevin's not attacking attacking the town, sleeping or hunting. It just goes smooth. It gets to about I don't know, probably about 10, 15 minutes before sunrise. You begin to see the sun trying to poke over the mountains in the horizon. It's almost like that. I think I can. I think I can. Just you're waking up and you hear the birds, for lack of better words. That's where it is. Right now we're about 10 minutes before sunrise. Let you guys wake up and how are you guys playing in the morning? Is there anything you guys are telling each other in the morning? Like job or anything like that?
Remember, we're meeting him 1 hour. I believe it's 1 hour after dawn. Correct, Dave? Is when we'll be meeting this person we are escorting. So don't dilly dally too long.
Getting morning prayers out of the way.
Dave's just gonna wake up and work on just making sure he's ready.
And Gray, you are correct. As you're thinking about the last day, you did get an hour after sunrise. Harbin said that he'd be sending Don John to meet you at the tavern / inn.
Kevin, we're going in town. You're coming too.
Kevin kind of looks at you just like straight face, a little shocked, going, Lee?
Well, I'm only having you go in this one time just so that the town knows about you so they don't accidentally shoot you or something. Then after that, you don't have to come into the town. Very short time in town.
Okay. It hits about 45 minutes after after sunrise. You guys start walking in to tavern and you see Harbin talking next to I don't know whether it's like a half elf, but it's definitely something very humanoid, and he's kind of arguing with Harbin, going, I don't need an escort. I have ran businesses. I have ran trading posts. I've been a privateer. I've been a fur trader. I've done all of this. I don't need escorts. And just this argument back and forth. Harbin's like, Because they helped the last caravan get up to the loggers camp. You need to get safe. You need to get to the miners safely. You don't have a choice. As you guys are walking up, just as Don's like, he's almost like acting like he's getting ready to wind up and hit Harbin.
Sounds like we have a unwilling customer.
Where's yours? You guys are getting ready to see a fight break out between the town master and his humanoid. I just see Dave going, fight, do it, hit him.
Get him.
Gentlemen. Is all of this really necessary?
Don John looks at you and goes, I suppose you're one of the people hired to escort me even if I don't need it?
Yes, Gray Dixon, Esquire. A pleasure to meet you, sir.
He kind of looks at you, rolls his eyes and goes, great, someone that thinks they're royalty.
Oh, yes. I mean, we've seen lots of fun things on our travels. I'm sure you would love to fight, something like a manticore by yourself, because that is one of the things we have run into.
I was just gonna say, would they not have like turned around and been totally freaked out because the manticore is standing right there?
As Don is, or as this individual, you haven't quite been introduced yet. He's looking over the group, and he finally takes in and goes, I have killed bear. I have killed foxes. I have seen some weird stuff. How did you manage to befriend that? And he's just kind of like doing that air circling thing.
Let me present you to our animal husbandry expert, Lashira. And I actually say it without sarcasm for once.
I do like the for once qualifier on that statement.
That's make great friends.
You see Harbin as you say that he's looking at the manticore and he's like, I was not expecting to. I was not expecting that this morning. Hi.
Very, very few are. We kind of pride ourselves now as being ones that do things that are unexpected.
I figured
We met them at Umbridge Hill and came to a mutual arrangement.
Harbin, you see him like calculating Umbridge Hill. That was what, like a week and a half ago?
Something like that.
How have we not seen him?
I kept him out so he didn't scare you.
We've been keeping him out of town as to not scare the townspeople too greatly.
I can see why.
He's lovely.
Harbin looks at the individual and goes, Don John, meet your escort. May the gods have mercy on your soul.
Right out of my head. As the local cleric. I mean, I am dressed in, Tyr, I got the black glove for Tyr. I have the red bands for Ilmater, and I have Torm's white and purple.
Mm-hmm.
Not hiding at all the fact that I'm a cleric.
You see, my good friend, we have all of our bases covered.
Speaking of being the local cleric, during your evening prayers to your deities, how has that been going for you, being that you've come to the realization over the last 2 or 3 days that a couple of your deities are actually in opposition to each other? Obviously,
The Triad are not in opposition to each other.
I thought you said Talos was.
Yes, but he's not part of the Triad.
Ah, okay.
Tyr, a member of the Triad, opposes Talos,
Mm-hmm.
who I had attempted to appease so that he would not harm the loggers.
Okay. So
I also might or might not have some family history relating to Talos, but I don't know that.
Okay. That's what I was just verifying my own sanity. So, as Harbin goes, may the gods have mercy on your soul, and you bow to him, he looks at me and goes, I don't know if I would call you a god, but whoever you serve, be blessed. Don John looks at you guys and goes, well, we have a 15-mile journey. I say we just get going, get this over with, because I'm sure as much as I don't want an escort, I'm guessing you guys don't want to be mailmen again.
Well, let's just put it this way. The sooner we get you there, the less you have to put up with us. Shall we be going?
Not like you're in a box.
Well, how people have been pushing me around from place to place to tell me where I need to go and who I need to go with, I might as well be in one.
Well, we can take care of that for you if you like.
As long as you're not putting me 6 feet under.
Oh, that would be an option, but I don't think that would be the optimal one for us to get paid now, would it?
Oh, whatever. And you're looking at Don John.
Silently he's thinking a pine box might not be too bad of idea for this person the way he's acting.
If I was a different character, I would be asking, are you paying us or is Harbin? Because if you're not the one paying us, your opinion doesn't matter.
You can roleplay this out however you want, because Don John, based on, he goes, that argument that you walked into saying, he's been a fur trader, a whaler, privateer, miner, and all this stuff. He's looking like he's in his mid-upper, his probably about 60-ish years old, but he's quite tall, probably, guess at least 6.5 feet tall. So, he's well built. You can definitely tell if he's been a prospector or anything like that. He's more than likely not lying. Like, he's got.
You say he's been all different things. Does he have dementia or is he an actor?
Are you asking him that or are you asking me that?
You.
So, in this area, if you're asking me as the DM,
Yeah.
he has moved around careers. You can definitely tell as, think of it like even if, working at one job, how you don't want to stay at one pay range.
Yeah.
Some people, they go out to be a whaler, for instance. They don't want to just be on a ship out in stormy waters all the time, hunting dangerous creatures. So he may have come back in and been a privateer, which is, think of it like a mercenary. Fur trader's another one where maybe, he probably did it for a little bit, didn't wanted more money and didn't want to travel as much. Then you go into being a miner, again being very manual labor, going into prospecting, which is the people that actually help find where the gold is. That what's the name of the show on Discovery where is it Alaska Miners where they find where gold is and then they call in the rest of the crew?
Yeah.
And now they're putting him in charge of the gold, in charge of a gold mine. So he
just shifts job to job a lot.
Yes. And being at 50 to 60 years old, that's not uncalled for, especially if he's finally landed up on going from a miner to a prospector to now running the gold mine.
Can I kind of try to read into this guy a little more and see if, there's another reason why he doesn't feel like he needs an escort, or is it more just I can handle myself kind of vibes?
Yeah. Why is Harbin so interested in escorting him? Is he just like a big person in Harbin's life or something?
So, from what you've gathered from Harbin is the very cautious type. I mean, that's if you notice all the job boards, go warn this people, go warn this people, go warn this people. He's just cautious, because he feels that if there's danger, he kind of wants to go and hide, kind of like his brother Tybor. You met the night before you left. He was hiding in his office, going, "Did you get them?" Don John, on the other hand, is very tall. He's very muscular, and based on the vibes that he's given, he feels that I don't need people to help. And Harbin's like, I don't care. You need to get there safely. These people are going to help because of, there's a dragon. So that's a very easy vibe to get from Harbin. He's a chicken. He's a scary cat. He's willing to pay people to make sure that people are safe.
Okay.
Don John.
I think I've got something. Let's see here. We were given his name, correct?
Yeah.
Because it was on the job posting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don John Reskin.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Raskin, we were hired by Townmaster Weston for your protection, and while you are clearly a quite capable individual, if you do not arrive safely, Neverwinter has to send someone else who may not do the job as adequately. He clearly has a sense of his own self-capability. So would you rather, in the off chance that something happened to him, would he rather somebody less competent have to do the job?
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
$25.
He looks at you and goes, it's just a gold mine. You don't have to be truly competent. Yes, you have to know how a gold mine works. But I've done mining, I've done prospecting, I've even been the person to run the machines that separate out the ores. Well, I shouldn't say machines, but they're kind of jank. I get where Harbin's coming from. Look at the guy. Does he look like a guy that faced danger head on? Have you any idea how dangerous a mine is? Have you ever been part of a cave-in?
I do not. But you clearly have, which is why your expertise is needed.
Now, I appreciate Harbin and his desire to make sure that I'm safe. Let's make this simple. Help get me to the gold mine. I give you a good firm handshake. and you can deal with whatever Harbin is being an utter chicken about. Harbin he looks at him with a glare and goes, I don't know what I'm going to do, but your superiors, whoever hired you, are definitely going to get a letter from me. And Don John goes, oh, letter. So scared.
I'm looking at everybody else's. Does that sound in order?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, maybe a dragon will fly by and make him see why he has an escort. No, I mean nothing. Yeah, it's fine.
Speaking, I'm supposed to do this every morning, so let's go. Go back, and
We are missing Dave.
Dave probably has his camera covered. He's also designing a one shot for a thing at a local camp, and for when her friend comes up, real life friend comes up from Virginia, like 3 weeks. Okay.
That's fine. Well, I suppose, yeah, if we're all in accord, then I say we get this over with.
John goes, well, at least you guys have a good, potentially decent head on your shoulders. And he's like, I'm ready to leave whenever you are. He's got, the only thing that you see him carrying is literally just a backpack, like, think of it like the duffel bags that you see a soldier wearing in some of the videos like Saving Private Ryan. And he goes, this
That's
is
his
all
old
I
kit
need.
bag.
Yep, exactly. This is all I need. So waiting on you.
Well, shall we leave in, shall we say, 3, 2, 1, now?
Works.
Lift, right.
Not a good golfer, but I am a military golfer. It goes left, 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 right, left.
Let's do this.
Oh, hi ho, it's off to work we go.
So let's go over this way. It helps if I press the right button. And 15 miles, like, this is, you guys have gotten to the point where, are you guys following the mountain and doing as the crow flies, or are you guys taking the safe route? Well, it actually doesn't matter. John goes, you see him with the map up, he's got the mountain range up, and he goes, 15 miles direct. Can't be anything more dangerous in this woods than me. And he's just following the mountains. Like, he's going as straight can be.
Yeah, I figured there wasn't going to be anything but direct cross country with this guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. He is.
Oh my, we've got us a brave one. Let's see if we can keep up with him.
That's not.
Kevin, don't eat him no matter how annoying he is.
Yeah, he'll probably give you heartburn.
Where's the rest of my gold mine? Uh-oh.
I don't know. Did you eat it?
The dragon already snatch it?
The gold!
But why is the gold gone?
Rum's always gone. Oh, that's a problem. Where did it go? That's not right. I'm checking my sanity. And what's left of it.
You leave it at the door.
Probably. Great. Now I gotta
Wait,
find
do you have to go down because it's in a pit?
Jeez. No, because that shouldn't affect it. I was
Which is like,
probably
I think some of
editing
the stuff
it.
doesn't appear if you're at the right elevation.
Nope. Yeah. Nope. That's great. This is about as bad as last week. I was doing sound at a wedding, and 2 hours before the wedding starts, I was moving around playlists trying to get them in the right spot, and my intelligent self deleted a playlist for a wedding.
Oops.
So
No.
I had to do it from memory. Luckily, I was able to get like probably 90% of it back, but that was still very, very frustrating. Shit. Hey, look there. I found one. Let's just display URL, copy this. There, I found one. Thank you, Tails Tavern, for saving my butt. I will. Oh, there it is. I don't like this. Well, I may have to figure out where the rest of my something's not working right. It's supposed to be working.
Ooh.
I'm not liking that. It didn't import properly.
Oh, where did our gold mine go?
Where can it? I will have to find the rest of this because
You've got mountains and rivers and valleys galore. Oh, where can the gold mine be?
I deserve that. Well, I may have to call this the session because there's a lot in this gold mine, like a lot, and missing stuff actually really negatively affects us. And I thought I had it all imported. The hard part is not knowing where you guys go in each session. I know there was potential of going to Butterskull Range.
Did we level because we finished an assignment?
Nope.
Ah.
I had you level up mid-assignment. So let's do this
Worth a
route.
shot.
You've just finished a session. What do you do? What do you ask the DM? Can you level up? No. But correct. Well, this actually may work out to our favor because that way Salty can be back. Oh, wait. Let's check this guy out.
Patience, Gracie.
Patience? Is he a doctor? Is your Darga hiding?
No, she's my personal tabaxi, telling me it's time for her to be fed.
Ah.
At least in her mind, anyway.
Sure. Let's go this route. Hey, there we go. So, we have a choice. I will give you guys the choice. Do you want to, now that we know that this is going, we can either wait till 2 weeks, let Salty come back, and that way we can have some fun, or do we want to forge ahead and someone fills Salty in next session? We're at a good stopping point either way.
I say let's go ahead and put the brakes in so Salty can join us.
Okay.
Rather than getting halfway through a journey.
I agree.
I always want to play longer, but at the same time, I do like everybody to be here for the fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's my sentiments exactly.
Just keep in mind that the next one I'm going to be pretty distracted for because husband has duty, so he is going to be home.
Yep, it's fine. I can do I know there's been some weeks where Dave's been having to multitask because of other things. What I'll do is I'll just say, hey, what are you doing? And I'll give you time to answer. I've been trying to get better at that. So.
Yeah, it's just if a kid needing me for a second.
Yep. Yeah, I completely understand. So we'll go that route. We'll spend all hail Lord Kazumba. So we'll see everyone in 2 weeks. That way, hopefully, Saul's gonna be in. Hopefully, with your husband being on duty, it won't be too crazy busy, and the kids will give you some peace. I think I hit up everyone's, at least some of your guys' wishes this week. Let's do this. The score on the table. Just say who stands out for the session, and then we'll call it an afternoon. Call it nice and early. So let's go, Ray. Anyone stands out this session that you like to give kudos to?
Oh, I really enjoyed the RP that we did that Zephyrin and I did at the end. That was a lot of fun, just delving into each of our characters' personalities a little bit.
All right. Zeph, any kudos that you want to give out to anyone?
I gotta love like Lashira doing all this stuff to like, we gotta accommodate for Kevin, and we can't have Kevin spooking people. We can't have people spooking Kevin. And this time, no, we're just bringing him straight into town because we want to acclimatize the people to the fact that we have Kevin. But at the same time, like, hey, we'll impress this guy that we're going to be escorting. And then the guy turns out to be who he is. And Lashira immediately goes from, like, thinking about Kevin to, oh, this guy's the worst.
All right. Dave, same question to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say Lashira as well, just boldly bringing the Manticore into town, and nobody went wild. I can't believe. Thought for sure we were gonna break out in an all-out war or something. All the townspeople just start going.
That was one of the dice rolls that I had, and there are some times where I want my dice to work negatively against you, and this was not one of those times.
Sad day for the DM.
He's just so lovable.
Trust me, I wanted to have a little bit more chaos.
But yeah, that was a bold move.
That was a very bold. All right, and last but certainly not least, Miss Lashira.
Zephyrin for his immediate persuasion to Don Juan of, no, this is a good idea for you to have help.
Look, like my idea originally when I was making this character was to give him a stupid amount of charisma.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be able to like diffuse situations and make people just like stop fighting, or like, hey, you're having this great big argument. There's no need for this to descend any further. What did you want? Okay, here's a compromise, and then just annihilate people on the persuasion roll so they have to deal with whatever I come up with.
You don't use it with contracts like Dave with her no charisma.
Oh yeah, I have a +3 charisma and a +6 persuasion.
That's fantastic. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get us ready to raid into Tales Archived. Another smaller creator. I wasn't gonna raid into Sparkles Mandy, but she has actually not started her stream yet. So let's go ahead and read them. And like 7 seconds, they'll kick us over. See everyone in 2 weeks. Hopefully everyone has a good rest of their week. I'm gonna go spend some better time with my better half, and I'm gonna enjoy my birthday on Tuesday. So.
Oh, nice! Happy birthday!
Yay! Well, hope everyone has a good week, and may your dice rolls be nat 20s. Let's go ahead and stream.
The voice in that presence fades.